She is with the Franciscan Peace Center, Sisters of St. Francis.
Yes.
Marsha, what do we got coming up?
So this Saturday, we actually are going to be partnering with the Clinton Ministerial Association to do the first ever that we've done in the city, National Day of Remembrance, which is a memorialization of homeless individuals who passed away during the year of 2024 and who had no one to claim them. So there are vigils that are being held all throughout the United States. It's not just a Clinton thing. And I think that it is a really important message to send out that, one of the consequences of being homeless sometimes is that people lose their family and their friends, and when they pass away alone in a very tenuous situation, right?
I could not imagine being homeless, and especially homeless during the holidays. So this is a good time of year to remember these folks.
It certainly is. The date is intentional, set by the national group that oversees or is the umbrella group. And it's because that is the shortest day of daylight or the longest night of the year because it is winter solstice. And I think there's a lot of profoundness that goes with that. So what the CMA or the Clinton Ministerial Association is going to be doing this year is we are going to be doing our very best to have an outdoor vigil. I have feelings, but we'll leave those aside. We're going to try to be outside and have a candlelight service/remembrance vigil for these individuals. And that will be from 2 until 4 in the green space area at St. Paul Lutheran Church. And then from 5 until 7, we're going to have the second annual community holiday meal, which is something that the sisters and the Share Our Sandwiches program and the Franciscan Peace Center started last year. And last year we had about 40 people in attendance. This year I think it's going to be a little bit more because we've had some other public-facing events where food and fellowship has been offered, and those events have been growing in the size of the people who are attending. And the community meal isn't just for people who might be homeless or food insecure, or all of the typical folks that we sometimes put into our head as participating in these types of meals. We want as many people from the public to be able to come as well as we have the capacity to serve, so that we can all, with one another, including the people that we might not normally have a meal with. We can have a meal with them and have a holiday celebration and just be in communion with one another for one day out of the year as we remember the people that passed away without anyone.
Well, weather looks like it might be okay. Mostly sunny in mid-20s so you might get away with that outdoor vigil, Marsha.
I hope we get away with the outdoor vigil. I mean, put on 3 pairs of socks and a couple layers of clothes and a nice heavy coat, and we should be fine, right?
All right. So again, the time frame and what do people need to know?
Okay, so the vigil will be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at St. Paul Lutheran Church. The initial gathering, weather permitting, will be in the green space of St. Paul. If it turns out that it is too cold, we'll be moving it into the sanctuary space at St. Paul. And then beginning at 5 p.m., but you can gather as soon as after the vigil if you want to participate in the meal. But the meal itself will be served at 5, and we'll be serving the meals from 5 until 7. And the best part is you don't have to stand in a line to get your meal. Everybody is going to be seated at a table and served by members of our communities. So I think it's a wonderful event for us to spend time with one another during the holiday season.
It is a great effort. If people would like to communicate with you, a phone number or a website they can go to?
Oh, so they can go to the Franciscan Peace Center website, which boy, I don't have that on the top of my head right now.
You can probably just Google it.
You can Google it for sure. The number for my phone in the office is 563-242-7611. And if it is after Friday afternoon and somebody really wants to get a hold of me, they can call my cell phone number, and that is area code 414-326-7340. But I reserve that. Really, I'm not going to answer strange phone numbers unless it's Friday Friday afternoon.
Not a bad idea. Marsha, thank you so much for coming in. I hope it goes well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me this morning.
Are you a downtown business or resident who is struggling with reliable internet options? Miles Communications is now available in the immediate downtown